Good morning, students. Hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to start our new lesson, that is lesson 11, Earth and Space. So first question is, take the correct option. First one, the Earth appears flat since here three options are given for you. So first one is it is flat. Second one is it is very big and curves cannot be seen. Third one is it keeps on moving on its axis. So students, the correct answer is B. So put a tick mark on the given circle. Okay. The correct option is it is very big and curves cannot be seen. Now next question. We do not fall from the earth as here also three options are there. First one is earth exerts gravitational pull on all the objects. Second one, the earth does not move from its original place. Third one, there is more water than land on the earth. So the correct option is A. So put a tick mark on the A option. Now next, the objects weigh less on moon than on the earth because A. The moon is very far from the earth. B. The moon has no air. C. The gravity of moon is less than that of the earth. So the correct option is C. So put a tick mark on the C option. Now fourth one, the moon has extreme temperature variations since A. The moon is rocky. B. There is no air or water to influence the temperature extremes. C. Both A and B above. So the correct answer is B. So put a tick mark on the B option. Now fifth one, earthquakes take place on account of three options are there. First one is faulting of rocks. Second one, lightning, and the third one is typhoons. So the correct answer is A. So put a tick mark on the A option. Now last one, the average distance between the earth and the moon is about. So here also three options are given. First one is 405,000 kilometer. Second one is 585,000 kilometer. Third one is 385,000 kilometer. So the correct option is C. So put a tick mark on the C option. Now we will move to our next lesson, that is lesson 12, World Tribes. So many tribes live in different parts of the world. Almost every country of the world has some tribal inhabitants. Okay, so there are different kinds of tribes in different countries. Tribes are actually the groups of people united by either customs, language, or any other geographical factors. Identify the following tribes. Here some pictures are given to you. You can see in your book the pictures are given of different kinds of tribes. So you have to match the correct tribes to the correct fill in the blanks. So first one is American Indian people of Central America. So what does it call? It called Maya. So you have to write here in the first blank Maya. Now next, Northwest African Muslim people that conquered the Iberian Peninsula in the 8th century. That is called Moors. M-O-O-R-S. Now third one is pastoral people living in Kenya and Tanzania is called Masai. So you have to write here M-A-S-A-I, Masai in the third fill in the blanks. Fourth one is American Indian people dominant in Mexico before the Spanish conquest of the 16th century. That is called Aztecs. A-Z-T-E-C-S. Now fifth one, indigenous people of northern Canada and parts of Greenland and Alaska is called Inuit. Okay, I-N-U-I-T. Now sixth one, people of very short stature living in equatorial Africa or parts of Southeast Asia is called pygmies. Okay, Pygmies. Now seventh one is Germanic people who conquered and settled in much of southern England in the 5th and 6th centuries is called Saxons. Okay, Saxons. Now eighth one, Aboriginal people of New Zealand is called Maori. Okay, Maori. Ninth one, people of mixed Frankish and Scandinavian origin who settled in Normandy in the 10th century is called Normans. Now last one, Aboriginal inhabitants of Andaman Island, that is in India, located in the Bay of Bengal. They are called Andamans. Okay, so this lesson is completed here. Now we will move to the lesson 13, United Nations. The name United Nations was first suggested by the then US President Franklin D. Roosevelt and was used by the United Nations in the Declaration of January 1st of 1942 during the Second World War. The headquarters of UNO is at First Avenue, UN Plaza, New York, that is in USA. Given below is some other visual information related to this organization. Principal organs. The United Nations. Here 6 abbreviations are given here. So first one is General Assembly, second one is Security Council, third one is the Secretariat, and another one is Economic and Social Council. Then Trusteeship Council, and after that comes International Court. UN Secretaries General. Here names are given, then after that nations also given, and in the year also given here. First one is Trygve, that is of Norway in the year 1946. Dag Hammarskjöld, Sweden 1953. Youthant, Burma 1961. Kurt Waldheim, Austria 1972. Javier Perez de Cellular, that is in Peru 1982. Boutros Boutros-Ghali, that is in Egypt 1992. Kofi Annan, Ghana 1997. Ban Ki-moon, South Korea 2007. Antonio Guterres, Portugal 2017. Some important headquarters also given here. In the first column, agency or organ names are there, and in the another column, HQ, headquarters names are there. So first one is the Secretariat, New York, USA. International Court, The Hague, Netherlands. UNDP, that is in New York, USA. UNICEF, New York, USA. IAEA, Vienna, Austria. UNESCO, that is in Paris, France. WHO, Geneva, Switzerland. UNIDO, that is in Vienna, Austria. WTO, Geneva, Switzerland. Here, after that, some related abbreviations are also given that you have to learn. UN stands for United Nations. UNICEF stands for United Nations Children's Fund. UNEP, United Nations Environment Programme. IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency. UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization. FAO, O stands for Food and Agriculture Organization. UNESCO stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. WHO, World Health Organization. IMF, International Monetary Fund. ILO, International Labour Organization. WTO, World Trade Organization. IDA, International Development Association. And at last, did you know the UN Security Council has 15 members? USA, UK, France, Russia and China are permanent member of it, while the remaining 10 are changed after their completion of 10 years. Only permanent members have the veto power. Okay students, now we will move to our next lesson, that is lesson 14, celestial objects. Here some pictures are given in your GK book and the question is given here. Read the descriptions and write their letters against the name of celestial objects. So here some celestial objects names are given as well as the picture is also there and the description is given below the picture. Okay, so you have to match the correct sentence with the correct picture. So first one is a picture of asteroids, second is meteoroids, third one is a picture of metros, fourth one is a picture of meteorite, then fifth one is supernova, pulsar, nebula and quasar. Okay, so let us read the description below. A is, it is the explosion of a very massive star at the end of its existence when it has run out of its fuel. When it occurs, the exploding star can outshine its entire host galaxy. So, you have to write in the fifth picture. The box is given there, so you have to write there A. Now next, B option. They are objects usually ranging from the size of dust particles to huge rocks that enter the Earth's atmosphere. They are heated by the friction of air resistance and start glowing. They are popularly called shooting stars. So, the B option you have to write in the third picture, that is meteors. Okay, so you have to write here B. Now C, it is a cloudy object composed of gas and dust which either glows with its own light or illuminated by the starlight of nearby bright stars. So, it is called nebula. So, you have to write C in the seventh picture, that is called nebula. They are thousands of small rocky objects that orbit the Sun. Many of them are also called minor planets or planetoids. Almost all of them are found between Mars and Jupiter. So, they are called asteroids. So, you have to write in the first picture D. Now next, it is a rotating neutron star that is emitting a beam of radio waves, and so the effect is like that of a lighthouse. So, you have to write E in the sixth picture, that is called pulsar. Now F, they are large sand to boulder-sized particles of debris in the solar system. Most of them are no bigger than a pebble. They orbit the Sun. So, you have to write F in the second picture, that is called meteoroids. Now next, it is a solid body that reaches the Earth or Moon from the outer space. It can range in size from microscopic to many tons. It can make a hole or crater in the ground when it hits it. So, write G in the fourth picture, that is called meteorite. Then last one is They are extremely distant, incredibly luminous objects. They are now accepted to be the exceedingly bright centers of certain galaxies. So write H in the 8th picture, that is called quasar. Okay students, now we will move to lesson 15, that is diseases in plants. Just like human beings, plants are also attacked by disease-causing organisms like fungi, bacteria, virus, insects, etc. So, here some pictures are given. You can see in your book that they all are having some or other diseases. So, identify these plant diseases with the help of clues given below. Okay, clue box is given below. You have to take the help of the clue box to fill in the blanks. So, first one is there is loss of turidity and the entire plant shows drooping. The pathogens in the conducting tissues block the movement of food and water. They also secrete toxins which may block. Okay, so this disease is called wilt, W-I-L-T. You have to write in the first blank. Now second one is small colored areas which may be yellow, red, brown or black appear on the surface of the affected plant. So this disease is called rust. So you have to write R-U-S-T, rust, in the second blank. Now third one is a wide range of plants suffer from fungal diseases. There is deposition of white powder like spots on leaves and stem. So this disease is called powdery mildew. So write powdery mildew in the third blank. Now fourth one is the bark of the stem of the tree infected with disease dies showing dead area with raised margins is called canker. So you have to write in the fourth blank canker. Now fifth one is there is premature death of plant cells or tissues which discolors stem or leaves. The plant may be killed entirely. So disease is called necrosis. So write necrosis in the fifth blank. Now sixth one is soot-like masses called sori containing accumulated spores appear in blisters in seeds, leaves, stem and flowers. The sori usually breaks up into black powder that is dispersed by wind. So this disease is called smut. So you have to write in the sixth blank S-M-U-T, smut. Now the last one is there are crustaceous lesions on fruit, tuber, leaf or stem. The main plants affected are apple, cereals, cucumbers, peaches, etc. The affected plant shows dropping of leaves. So this disease is called scab. So you have to write S-C-A-B, scab, in the seventh blank. Now we will come to did you know column. So club root is a disease of turnips, radishes, cabbages which causes swelling of roots. It controlled by applying lime. Okay students, so this much only for today's class. Till then, take care of yourself and your family members. Thank you students.